Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the National Outlaw Racing Association ARCA League. I'm your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we are coming to you live from the virtual Lernerville Motor Speedway, a 0.4 of a mile dirt oval located in Sarver, Pennsylvania, for the Firecracker 100, where these drivers are going to compete for 100 laps. The weather for tonight is the skies are clear. The outside air temperature is 66 degrees, and the track temperature is currently sitting at 68 degrees. So, a nice, cool, clear night for these drivers. And the rules for tonight's event, these drivers are going to be given an unlimited amount of tires, 100% fuel, and they will have 3 quick repairs as they battle it out for the first time in dirt. This is the National Outlaw Racing Association ARCA's series' All-Star break. This is their All-Star race tonight. So no points on the line, just pride and trash talking for this season. And since I brought up the points, we are going to give you a little bit of a points update as we go into the All-Star break. Currently, we have Vincent Isabella sitting atop the points race with 702 points. Cody Sanderson sits in second with 622 points. Preston Shepard is in third place with 621 points. Dave Stinson in fourth place with 567 points. And fan favorite Thomas Adams currently sitting in fifth place with 534 points. As we watch these cars finish up practice, we're going to go over tonight's format. So this race is going to consist of 2 heat races. Should be about 8 cars in each heat race. With the heat races are going to be 8 laps long, and then the feature, which I believe everyone is going to make, is going to be a 100-lap feature event. We are currently looking at the 5 of Cody Sanderson. He currently sits second on the leaderboard with the second fastest lap of 16.65. Just ahead of him, though, is the 52 of Preston Shepard with a best lap of 16.64. So these two very close in times. We'll be looking to see if they're going to battle it out on the dirt. See Cody Sanderson going for a ride over the embankment there. He's going to opt to tow as practice comes to an end. We're going to take a look as the one of Jacob Hughes begins his qualifying run here. Looking for a good lap. We currently have Cody Sanderson in the 5 car sitting on the pole with the best time of 17:52. Everyone else is about 3/10 of a second off of his time. We're going to go watch Thomas Adams finish up his qualifying run. Thomas Adams very far off the pace there. Almost 3 seconds off the pace for Thomas Adams. This is going to be a new challenge to these guys. They run the ARCA cars on asphalt normally, but we are taking it to dirt for a fun little all-star break here and to celebrate the 4th of July. A lot of guys out of town for 4th of July, not going to be able to make the race, so they still want, the National Outlaw Racing Association still wanted to give us some racing this week. So they came up with this great idea to bring these ARCA cars to the dirt track and see how they fare. Currently looking at Joseph Truskowski in the 42 car. He's been strong on the asphalt. I haven't seen him making too much noise on the dirt tonight, but we're going to see if he can get a good qualifying run in here. Looks like he gets a little bit loose coming off the corner there. And we have a new pole sitter, Byron Gay, in the 20 car. Just set the fastest time of 17.27. 2/10 of a second faster than the next person back, Cody Sanderson. Very good lap for Byron Gay. He's going to be one to watch here tonight as he brings it down pit road. All right, so far we have 11 cars have qualified. I do believe the next 6 are going to opt out of qualifying. So the drivers who did not qualify currently are Josh Eller, Ethan Straub, Jonathan Foxworth, Brandon McGraw, Dave Nail, and Jonathan Wiley. As qualifying comes to an end, and we get ready to start our first heat race of the night. All right, 6 cars in this heat race. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our official grid. 8 laps for this. So rolling off first, we have Byron Gay in that 9 car. Preston Shepard is going to start to his outside in second. Scott Tomlinson in the 8 car will start in third. Casey Flowers in the 11 car will be starting fourth. Jonathan Foxworth in fifth in the 10 machine. And rounding out your field will be Brandon McGraw in the 00, starting in 6th place. Looks like we have 2 cars missing the start. Jonathan Foxworth and Brandon McGraw both missed the start here. John Smithson want to know, is Flowers fast? We've talked about Casey Flowers a little bit. We've seen him mostly run about middle of the pack. But we've had a lot of super speedways to start off the season, so yeah, we have not super speedways and I believe a 2-mile track, so we haven't seen how he does on the 1.5 miles or the short tracks yet, so it's really too soon to tell. All right, and the green flag is out. Byron Gay leading him to the green in that 20 car. You see Scott Tomlinson getting very high and loose. That's going to open up the door. I'm sorry, that was Preston Shepard very high and loose, opening up the door for Scott Tomlinson. As Preston tries to battle back on the inside, but Scott Tomlinson to 2nd place. Battling it out for 2nd. We have Casey Flowers out there in the back all by himself. The battle is for 2nd now. These two going at it. The 8 of Scott Tomlinson down there on the low side. Slow on the low side. Preston Shepard's going to take over control of 2nd place and try and drive away from Scott Tomlinson. That high line really working for Preston. I'm seeing Casey Flowers in the 11 involved in an incident. He's got that car back straight. Scott Tomlinson, though, spins out, goes down to the inside wall, and he's going to tow back. We come down to 3 to go in heat number 1. Byron Gay in control of this one, pulling away. Preston Shepard gaining some ground, though. Preston looking very fast here. Preston Shepard has closed the gap. He is there. The white flag is out. Preston with a move to the inside. Going to slide up the track. They make contact. Byron Gay back to the lead. Preston Shepard trying to battle back on that outside, but it's going to be too little too late as Byron Gay takes the win. Preston Shepard in 2nd. Casey Flowers in 3rd. Scott Tomlinson will come home 4th. Jonathan Foxworth in 5th. And Brandon McGraw in 6th. Foxworth and McGraw both opted to sit out the heat race. All right, Terrell, we are sad that you are missing the race too, but glad you have tuned in. Hope you were enjoying the time with your family and had a great 4th of July. John saying Flowers was on the move. Yes, he was on the move. And yeah, that was a battle Terrell, and that was only with 6 cars on track. We're going to go ahead and roll through our official grid for heat number 2. In first place, we have Cody Sanderson. Rolling off second place will be Jacob Hughes in the 1 car. In third place, we have Bruce Lee Weaver in the 36. Fourth place will be fan favorite Thomas Adams in the 64. In fifth place, we have Dave Nail in the 15 machine. And rounding out your field back in sixth place will be the 13 of Ethan Straub. They get ready to roll off here. And once again, and it looks like the last 2 have opted to sit out the heat race as well. So only 4 cars on track here. Already seen a great battle in the first heat race. Waiting to see what the second heat race brings us. I was watching Cody Sanderson and Jacob Hughes in practice. Both of these guys are fast. We're seeing Thomas Adams very far off the leader on the outside. Thomas Adams had a very slow qualifying run. He's going to look to recover here in the heat race. As the green flag is out, Cody Sanderson leading them to the line, leaving Jacob Hughes in his dust. Bruce Lee Weaver looking to capitalize on that. And the battle is for second again. Bruce getting loose, sliding up the track. They're making contact with the 1 of Jacob Hughes. Jacob going to work that outside. Try and take over second place back from Bruce Lee Weaver. Bruce Lee Weaver sliding up the track. Jacob Hughes going to go to the inside now to complete the pass. Bruce Lee Weaver struggling here in the dirt. As Jacob Hughes now going to try and pull away. We've got Thomas Adams 6 seconds behind the leader now. Only 5 to go. Jacob Hughes 2 seconds off the leader. I don't think he's going to have enough time to catch up to Cody Sanderson. Some trouble for Thomas Adams. He's slow on the bottom. That is going to allow Cody Sanderson to gain ground on him with 4 laps left. Lap traffic might come into play here in the heat number 2. Down to 2 laps to go. Thomas Adams is going to go to the low side. Let Cody Sanderson by. Cody Sanderson takes the white flag. No competition from the back for Cody Sanderson. The field gets spread out here. Checkered flag is out. Cody Sanderson just has to hold it on that top line. And he's going to win heat number 2, so that means he will get to start to the outside for the feature event. All right, and I stand corrected. We are going to have 3 heat races tonight. We'll run through our official grid for heat race number 3. In Starting in first place, we're going to have Samuel Reed in the 55 machine. In second place will be Joseph Truskowski in the 42 car. John Hughes will start in third place in the 20 car. Jonathan Wiley will start in fourth place in the 010 car. And Josh Eller will round out your field in fifth with the 69 car. And it looks like all 5 cars are going to make this heat race. All right, and I'm seeing Seth LaCroix also watching for back home in Maine. Glad to have you tuned in as well, Seth. All right, the pace truck is off. The green flag is out. Samuel Reed lead him to the green flag. John Hughes and Joseph Truskowski battling it out for second place. John Hughes going to take over second from Joseph Truskowski, as Joseph tries to battle back on the low side. Joseph getting very loose through the corner there. A much tighter battle for position 1 here, as John is looking to close the gap on Samuel Reed in that 56 machine. Oh, tough break. Joseph Truskowski and John Hughes both getting too high. They're going over the berm. They're going to drop back to positions 4 and 5. That's going to allow Samuel Reed to run away with this one. Jonathan Wiley now to second, and Josh Eller to third. Samuel Reed now with a 2.5 second lead over Jonathan Wiley. Coming down to 3 to go now. Samuel Reed still working that high line. White flag is out. Samuel Reed has run away with this one. He just has to keep it clean for this last lap. Comes through turns 3 and 4 to take the checkered flag. Samuel Reed will win heat number 3. Jonathan Wiley in second. Josh Eller in third. John Hughes and Joseph Truskowski in fourth and fifth. Tough break for John Hughes and Joseph Truskowski there. All right, and we're going to have a 5-minute warm-up. Let all these drivers get a feel for the track before the feature event starts. very quickly in this warm-up. Byron Gay in the 9 machine. He spun out there, but has went to the top of the leaderboard again with a 1/10 of a second faster lap than the rest of the field. All right, and the 5-minute warm-up is over. It is now time for the main event. Our 100-lap feature, Firecracker 100. As they are gridding up, we are going to run through our official grid. Starting first place in the 9 car, we have Byron Gay. In second place will be Cody Sanderson in the 5 machine. Third place will be Samuel Reed in the 55 car. Preston Shepard will roll off 4th in the 52 car. Jacob Hughes will roll off 5th in the 1 car. In 6th place, we have Jonathan Wiley in the 10 car. Once again, his car is showing 10. Our scoring system has him in the 010. Casey Flowers will start in 7th in the 11 machine. Bruce Lee Weaver in 8th in the 36. In 9th, we have Josh Eller in the 69. In 10th will be Scott Tomlinson in the 8 car. Thomas Adams will roll off 11th in the 64 machine. John Hughes will start 12th in the 20 car after some trouble in his heat race. In 13th, we have Jonathan Foxworth in the 10 car. In 14th will be Dave Nail in the 15 machine. Joseph Treskowski will roll off 15th in the 42 car. Brandon McGraw will start 16th in the 00. And rounding out our field in 17th will be Ethan Straub in the 13 car. John Smithson rooting for Killer Casey, a.k.a. Casey Flowers. And the green flag is out. Cody Sanderson taking over the lead from Byron Gay in the 20 car. I'm sorry, I said Byron Gay was in the 9 car before. He's actually in the 20 machine. Cody Sanderson looking to run away with it. We've got a battle between Samuel Reed and Preston Shepard. Battles for third. Samuel Reed going to drop back there, opening up the door for the 10 of John Wiley. But John Wiley over the berm into the fence. Trouble for Jonathan Wiley here early. We're going to go back, take a look, see exactly what happened there. Jonathan Wiley in the 10 car, up high. I don't think he got any help there. He just goes over the berm, tags the outside wall, and comes to a rest on the outside. Tough break for that 10 machine of Jonathan Wiley. That is going to drop him all the way back to 12th. So our first caution of the night comes out on lap number 2. As the green flag is back out, Cody Sanderson gonna take off from the pole position. Preston Shepard also going by the 20 of Byron Gay. Preston Shepard to second. Byron Gay's gonna settle back into third there. But Jacob Hughes is looking to the inside, trying to get there. Jacob Hughes in that 1 machine. We've also got a battle between Samuel Reed and John Hughes back behind him. Samuel Reed going to get a great run off the top of the corner there. Working that high line, trying to get by Jacob Hughes there. Jacob Hughes just stuck there on the bottom. Finally going to get up to the high line as the 20 of John Hughes. Got a battle there. He gets into the 1 car of Jacob Hughes. Bumps him, takes the 1 off his line. We got a battle of the brothers there. I believe they are brothers. Now John Hughes going over the berm, trying to save it. He's going to save it. We're going to stay green. Tough break for John Hughes. Caution is out here on lap 10. I believe Joseph Truskowski involved in this one. We'll go back and take a look here. Joseph Treskowski missing the entire front end of his car. Looks like he got into some trouble earlier. And he goes up over the berm, is backwards. A lot of damage to that 42 machine. Let's back it up, see if we can figure out where his front end went. All right, he's got it there. We're going to take a look, try and see what happened to that 42 machine. Oh, it looks like when the 20 of John Hughes went over the berm, he got into him. That took out his front end, and looks like it did some wheel damage. Tough break for Joseph. So the green flag is back out. Cody Sanderson still in the lead. Preston Shepard on the high side trying to fend off Byron Gay. He's going to hold Byron Gay off for now as Byron Gay settles back into third. And I'm seeing the one car of Jacob Hughes really loose on the inside there. He's going to give up a couple of positions as Bruce Lee Weaver now looking to his outside. Jacob Hughes running that bottom line. That bottom line is definitely slower. It's his brother John Hughes gonna go by on the outside, but John Hughes goes over the berm yet again. Second time tonight. John is gonna go over the berm. Green flag is still out. No damage to that 20 machine, but another tough break. That's gonna allow the one machine of Jacob Hughes to get to the top line and try and gain some ground back up here. Now 20 laps in, the field is getting spread out. Harrison Heigl rooting for the 52 of Preston Shepard. Preston Shepard currently sitting in second, trying to close the ground on Cody Sanderson in that 5 machine. Bruce Lee Weaver involved in an incident there. Bruce is sideways. And our third caution of the night comes out here on lap 22. Go back, take a look, see what happened to Bruce Lee Weaver here. He's up there on the high side. Oh, it looks like the 11 got into the outside wall. Bruce Lee Weaver gets into the 11 of Casey Flowers and goes for a ride. We're under our third caution of the night. Cody Sanderson still in control of this one. Our fastest car during practice, Byron Gay, still sitting back there in third. That speed hasn't quite translated over to the race the way Byron had hoped. But our top 5, as it stands right now, we have Cody Sanderson in first, Preston Shepard in second, Byron Gay in third, Samuel Reed in 4th, and Jacob Hughes in 5th. As they double it up and get ready to go back green here. Green flag is out. Cody Sanderson taken off the 20 of Byron Gay. Looking to battle on the inside. He's now got a nose out in front of Cody Sanderson, but Cody's going to get the run off the corner here. But Byron making up some ground there. He's got to get to that high side, though. He's just hoping that 52 of Preston Shepard makes a mistake. But we've been watching Preston in practice. He is so good here at the dirt. Preston Shepard gonna maintain control of second place. We're gonna go back and look at Samuel Reed and Jonathan Wiley. Jonathan, involved in that first incident, has now made his way back up to the top 5. Jonathan was feeling the pressure there from Jacob Hughes. I'm sorry, John Hughes. John Hughes, I believe, got a little bit loose, lost some ground. We're seeing a sibling rivalry right here. Jacob and John Hughes both battling it out for 6th position again. John is going to get the best of that one machine, though. We're going to go back and look at Bruce Lee Weaver, involved in that last incident. Very loose coming down the front stretch. Trying to make that high line work for him. And we're back here looking at Preston Shepard now to the 5's back bumper, trying to take that lead away. We're going to ride along with him. Preston Shepard now almost got to the inside of the 5 car there. As they're getting ready to come up on lap traffic. Thomas Adams. They get by the lap traffic with no problem. Thomas Adams just hanging out there on the bottom. Cody Sanderson opening up that lead a little bit there. Preston Shepard going to go real low here. Trying to get by that 5 machine. Trouble for Cody Sanderson. That's going to allow Preston Shepard to take over the lead. Cody Sanderson involved in an incident. Bruce Lee Weaver also involved, and Joseph Truskowski. Let's go back, take a look at that. Cody Sanderson just sent it too hard into that corner. He gets into Bruce Lee Weaver, who was already stuck up there over the berm. All right, and a small correction here. Cody Sanderson, the yellow flag was out for Bruce Lee Weaver before Cody Sanderson went over the berm. So Cody Sanderson's going to retain that first position. As we go back, take a look, see what happened here with Bruce Lee Weaver. Bruce Lee Weaver just carrying too much speed into the corner. He goes over the berm. So Cody Sanderson back to the lead, but that seemed like a hard hit between him and Bruce Lee Weaver. It does look like that passenger side of the 5 machine is a little bit banged up. We're going to see if there's any damage that's going to affect his race here. Green flag is out. Cody Sanderson gets a great jump there. Jonathan Wiley going through the grass on the inside as Preston Shepard now gives up second place to Byron Gay. So they both look to catch the 5 of Cody Sanderson. And caution is out. Our 5th caution of the night coming out on lap 40. Casey Flowers involved in this one. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened here. Cody Sanderson just getting too high, going over the berm yet again. No contact with anything, so he's going to be able to get back in this race. We're just seeing just how difficult these dirt tracks could be, especially Lernerville, where that top line is king. And it is all about wheel control and throttle control here. You want to be as high as you can going through these turns without actually going over the end of the turn. We are doubling them up again, getting ready to go back green here. Cody Sanderson still in control. That last restart, it did not look like anything was wrong with that car. Possibly just cosmetic damage to the 5 machine. Green flag is out. Cody Sanderson leading him to the line. Preston Shepard with a dirty slide job on Byron Gay. Preston Shepard trying to make that top or bottom line work. Getting back to second place. Now Preston needs to get high, get some distance between him and that 20 car of Byron Gay. And close the gap on Cody Sanderson. I'm seeing Casey Flowers again involved in an incident. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened to Cody here real quick. He did opt to go to the pits after this. Looks like he got to the outside, into the outside wall, then goes over the berm. Frustrating night for Casey Flowers. We go right back to this battle for the lead. Preston Shepard closing that gap yet again. It looks like we've got the 20 of John Hughes looking to challenge the 20 of Byron Gay. As now Byron Gay is going to go over the top of the turn. No caution yet. Byron Gay back on track. Green flag is still out. And we've got a battle for the lead now. Preston Shepard getting by Cody Sanderson on the inside. Sanderson losing some ground. Preston Shepard opening up that lead to almost a second now. Cody Sanderson trying to recover here. We got caution. Caution is out. Looks like Josh Eller involved in this. Our 6th caution of the night here on lap 48. Josh Eller trying to work that high side. He goes over the berm. Tough break for Josh Eller there. And Samuel Reed entering the chat saying his iRacing just crashed. We are sorry to hear that, Samuel. always frustrating when internet issues or server issues get in the way of racing. Very sorry to hear that, Samuel. Hoping you can get back into this one and at least turn some laps. As the pace truck is off, we're getting ready to go back green here. Preston Shepard going to lead him to green this time. Cody Sanderson trying to hang with him on the high side. They touch. Preston Shepard going to take over the lead. Cody Sanderson now looking to the low side for a slide job on Preston Shepard. It's not going to work, though. Preston Shepard goes right back to the bottom to maintain the lead. Preston back to the lead. But here comes Jonathan Wiley. Early race trouble. He's back in it. Cody Sanderson almost touches Preston Shepard as they go through that corner there. And here comes Joseph Truskowski now, getting to the inside of Cody Sanderson. Slides up in front of him. Cody Sanderson going to race right back there. Preston Shepard's got to love watching these two battle it out as he pulls away. And Samuel Reed back in the race. iRacing is back up for Samuel Reed. We are glad to see you back, Samuel. Preston Shepard now running away with the lead. Out to almost a second and a half lead over Cody Sanderson, as Cody Sanderson's got to deal with Joseph Truskowski in his rearview mirror. Joseph Truskowski right there on the back bumper of Cody Sanderson. As this track has changed through the night, Cody Sanderson seems to have lost a step here. He was very fast, very dominant in the first half of this race. But with these track changes, especially at dirt, he has lost a step. Jonathan Wiley back up to fourth now, after some trouble on that last restart, dropping back to sixth. As they make their way around the lap traffic of Thomas Adams in that 64 Aaron's Dream Machine. Joseph Truskowski now backing off of Cody Sanderson. Cody Sanderson now 2 seconds behind leader Preston Shepard. Jonathan Wiley very loose coming off of 4. Still hanging on to that 4th position though. Back, take a look at our leader Preston Shepard in that 52 machine, driving away as Joseph Truskowski gets to the outside of Cody Sanderson. Cody goes through the grass, touches Joseph Truskowski. They bang. Joseph Truskowski not going to be very happy with Cody Sanderson after that move. Joseph Truskowski will take over second place. No pressure from Cody Sanderson now. but he has to make his way around the lap car, the 69 of Josh Eller. Josh Eller not giving up that preferred line. Truskowski's going to get by him on the low side. In trouble for Byron Gay. He is over the edge of the turn. Coming back on track. We're going to stay green here. But more trouble for Byron Gay. Preston Shepard now puts him a lap down. Cody Sanderson, we talked about him losing a step. Now Jonathan Wiley is knocking on his back door. Jonathan battling back after some early race adversity, and the 69 spins out and goes right into the nose of Jonathan Wiley. That's got to be very frustrating for Jonathan. Some front end damage there. Go back, take another look at this. That 69 just goes around right into the 10 machine. We're going to ride along with Jonathan Wiley as this goes down. Tough break for Jonathan Wiley. All right, that is our 7th caution of the night coming out on lap 70. We're getting ready to set him back up. Your top 5 for this restart will be Preston Shepard leading him to the green flag, Joseph Truskowski in 2nd, John Hughes in 3rd, Jacob Hughes in 4th, and Jonathan Wiley will hold on to 5th position. Now looking at Jonathan Wiley opted to come down pit road, use a quick repair. He's going to try and get back in this. We are doubled up though, and the pace truck is off. Preston Shepard leading him to the green flag. Oh, correction. One more lap it looks like for Preston Shepard. We're going to extend the caution by 1, so it will be 25 to go when the green flag drops. All right, the pace truck is off again. We are going green this time by Preston Shepard leading them. Joseph Truskowski and Preston Shepard making contact on that restart. The 20 going to get to the rear end of Preston Shepard, but Preston Shepard's going to hold on to the lead. That 20 of John Hughes looking to challenge. Some beating and banging. This is some good dirt track, short track racing here. As these 3, Preston Shepard, Joseph Truskowski, and John Hughes getting ready to battle it out for the lead with 25 to go. And yellow flag is out. Our 8th caution of the night. Byron Gay, more bad luck for him involved in this one. We'll go back, take a look, see what happened here. Byron Gay out there all by himself. Looks like he's just going to get too high, catch the berm, and he ends up backwards on the wrong side of the turn. All right, and we have some extracurriculars going on here under caution. They try and get it sorted out before we go back to green. So our top five, we still have Preston Shepard in first, Joseph Truskowski in second, John Hughes in third, Jonathan Wiley in fourth. And very interesting, back there in sixth is the 64 Aaron's Dream Machine of Thomas Adams, back on the lead lap. Thomas Adams keeping it clean, getting those lucky dogs, and he's looking to pull out a top five finish out of this as they come back to green. Some more touching on this restart here. Beating and banging. John Hughes gonna take over second place from Joseph Truskowski as Joseph Truskowski tries to go back by on the inside. He's gonna slide up in front of John. John's gonna go low and maintain second position. But here comes that 5 of Cody Sanderson. And Jonathan Wiley also entering the chat here. Great battle back here in the pack. But John Hughes looking to challenge that 52 machine of Preston Shepard now. Cody Sanderson, they're trying to hold off the 10 of Jonathan Wiley. And yellow flag is out. Our 9th caution of the night comes out with 16 to go. Jacob Hughes involved in that. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened here. Jacob Hughes in the 1 car. Just get too far sideways, spins down to the inside. I think that was the first wreck we've seen where someone didn't go over the top side of the turn. I do believe it will be 12 to go when we get the green flag here. Time winding down. Preston Shepard still in control of this. John Hughes now in second. Joseph Truskowski in third. Cody Sanderson in fourth. And Jonathan Wiley rounding out your top 5. In 6th place, we have Byron Gay after some trouble earlier on in this race. Josh Eller has, in the 69 machine, has now made his way back to the lead laps, currently sitting in 7th. Thomas Adams in 8th. and Jacob Hughes in 9th. And Samuel Reed, after that iRacing crash, has now made his way back to the lead lap as well. As they are doubled up, we are getting ready to go back green here, folks. Green flag is out. Preston Shepard leading him to the green flag. A lot cleaner on this restart. Joseph Truskowski trying his best to get back up to the front. And here comes that 5 car of Cody Sanderson. He struggled at the midpoint in this race, but he is looking to make his way back up to the front here. We get the 10 to go signal. Very tight battle for first here. Preston Shepard trying to pull away from that 20 of John Hughes. Go back, look, Joseph Truskowski was up front, trying to make his way back up there now. As these top 3 pull away from him. Cody Sanderson struggled through that turn. That allows Joseph Truskowski to close the gap. Cody Sanderson now pulling back away from Joseph Truskowski. Joseph Truskowski going for a ride over the top of the turn. That's going to cost him. He drops back to 6th. And our 10th caution of the night comes out on lap 94. Josh Eller involved in this. We go back, take a look, see what happened with Josh. He's just too high going through the corner. He goes up over the wrong end of the turn. We're now down to 5 to go. I do believe we're going to get a green-white checkered finish here, folks. Preston Shepard will lead them back to the green flag. John Hughes in 2nd. Cody Sanderson in 3rd. Jonathan Wiley in 4th. And Byron Gay back in 5th. With a green-white checkered finish here and nothing but bragging rights on the line, the gloves are getting ready to come off here, folks. Green flag is out. Preston Shepard leading him to the green flag. Cody Sanderson trying to challenge on the inside for 2nd. He's going to take away 2nd. John Hughes stuck on the outside. He's going to turn the 10 of Jonathan Wiley. Trouble back there. Jonathan Wiley and Joseph Truskowski involved in an incident. No yellow flag comes out. As Cody Sanderson now looking to challenge Preston Shepard for the lead. Cody Sanderson trying to work that low line. He's got to close that gap to try and pull off a slide job. But white flag is out. Preston Shepard opens that gap up to over a 2nd. Cody Sanderson back there in 2nd. Checkered flag is out. Cody Sanderson coming off of turn 4 on the high side. Or Preston Shepard coming off turn 4 on the high side. Gonna take the checkered flag home. Cody Sanderson is 2nd. Byron Gay in 3rd. John Hughes in 4th. And Josh Eller rounding out your top 5. We're going to go back real quick, take a look, see what happened with Jonathan Wiley on that restart on lap 98. Jonathan Wiley in the 10 car. Looks like the 20 came down and just hooked him, sending him up into the 42 of Joseph Truskowski, ending both of their nights in frustration. And we're looking at the 52 of Preston Shepard sitting there in victory lane.
How's it going?
How's it going, Preston? Congratulations. No points on the line tonight, but you're going to take home the bragging rights. How does it feel?
Oh, it was good. It was a crazy race. It was kind of hard being the leader out there trying to. It was easier being behind someone, kind of see how you would set the car up. So I knew Cody was coming back, and he was doing a great job leading, and felt like I was faster only because I was behind him. So felt like if you were the leader, you were kind of the minnow with a bunch of sharks chasing you. But we got this Bloomquist tribute wrap on here tonight. I wanted to put in victory lane, and we accomplished that. So it's awesome.
All right. Well, congratulations on that. And I tell you what, we saw a lot of beating and banging on those restarts between you and Joseph Truskowski. Any thoughts on that?
Cody was kind of hugging me up top on his restarts, and I was trying to keep it more in the middle, but felt like I was kind of getting hugged down, and it was hard to get the car rotated, and it would just kind of slide out there, and I wasn't meaning to. I was trying to get off the gas every time we were rubbing, but trying not to take us both out. But I didn't like to push people up to the top on the edge. I felt like, most of the time dirt racing, they start down on the bottom, so that's what I was trying to do.
Okay. Yeah. We were watching that very intently. Take us through that last restart. What was going through your mind? Were you expecting to get, hit in the back or some dirty slide job done to you there?
No, not really. Cody, he's fast everywhere. I've never raced with him on dirt, but he seemed to be one of the faster guys. If he got to me, I think he would have threw one, but we had some earlier in the race, and we were doing it clean, so it was fun. It was awesome.
All right. It looked like a lot of fun out there tonight. We'll let you go get the celebration started and, maybe do some bragging in the group chat since you got the bragging rights for the season.
All righty.
All right. Anyone...
We might think about that.
All right. Anyone you want to shout out before you get out of here, though?
Just everyone watching, and rest in peace, Scott Bloomquist.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. Have a good night.
Yep, you too. Thank you.
Once again, that was Preston Shepard, your race winner. We're going to move on to Cody Sanderson in the 5 car. Hey, Cody, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Congratulations on a second place finish. We saw you leading early on in the race, and it seemed like you lost a step about mid-race, and then were able to battle back at the end. Were the changes with the track challenging to you there?
Honestly, yes, but a lot of it, whenever I lucked out and that car went off the top, and I went off the top right before that yellow came out, I hit him, and it gave me some wheel damage, and I was trying to wheel it as best as I could there for the end. I wish I would have pitted a little bit earlier and maybe would have put me up front a little bit sooner, maybe I could battle with those guys, but I'm used to the slick. I knew it was going to be slick. I honestly was pretty impressed with everybody on not driving over. I mean, I really thought we were going to have guys left and right going off the top. So it shows how good these guys in here can drive. I was pretty proud of everyone.
Yeah, we did see a few guys go off the top, but honestly, for an asphalt league, I thought this was a pretty clean dirt race bringing these ARCA cars here.
Oh, yeah, I was impressed. Like I said, I figured it was just going to be a caution fest, and I was laughing and joking with Wiley and told him it seemed like we had less yellows on dirt than what we do on asphalt. So it was fun. I had a good time. Everybody, Preston earned that one. I mean, there was a lot of times it looked like he was going to go off the top. Somehow he didn't, so he deserved that one. He did good.
Yep, he definitely earned that one, and I know you made him earn it on that last restart. Take me through that last restart real quick.
I knew I was going to have to clear Adams as fast as I could there, so I threw a slider in 1 and 2. Then I got excited and lit the tires up a little bit coming out of 4, and as soon as I seen him put a little bit of a gap on me there coming out of 4. I thought, well, that's probably it, unless he drives off the top. But he was covering the bottom really well. I think he was expecting a slider anyway. So who knows? Maybe I'd have got to him with a wreck in front of everybody. But he dang sure he did it. I mean, he outdrove everybody. He did it. He did a dang good job. I had a good view watching him there for a while.
All right, buddy. Well, we're going to let you get on out of here. Anyone you want to shout out before we do, though?
Shout out to my wife, watching the kiddos. Let me come in here and hang out, play with these guys, Wiley and Terrell for the league. These guys are doing awesome. I'm helping as much as I can, but I'm not too much of a help. I just do little things here and there where I can help it, but just mainly Terrell and Wiley for running this whole thing and keeping everybody straight and keeping everybody disciplined enough where we can have some good races like that.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. Have a good night.
I appreciate it, man. You too.
Thank you. Once again, that was Cody Sanderson finishing second tonight. And we're going to move on to our third place finisher, Byron Gay. Byron, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Do.
All right. Congratulations on a third place finish. We were watching you in practice. You were insanely fast in practice. Got to be a little bit frustrating coming home third, but we watched your mid-race adversity, and you were able to battle back. Take us through that battle back to the front.
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning, I sat there and I said I didn't care if I lost the lead because I knew it was 100 laps. Last 20 laps is when it really was going to become a battle. So mid-race, when I went off the track, I got down on myself, and I'm like, you know, it's still a long race. We'll get a caution, get back on lead lap, do what we do. And got lucky with some cars colliding there on that last restart, giving us a lane, and, you know, able to bring it home P3. I'm actually happy about it. I'm not disappointed at all.
All right. Well, good to look at it glass half full. It was definitely looked like a challenging race out here. And, we were watching when you went off the track and dropped to the back of the pack. We kind of counted you out here on the Rebel Racing Network, and you came out of nowhere to come back and finish third. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I knew coming into this feature, Preston and Cody were both going to be fast after watching the heat race and Preston being in my mirror there at the end. I mean, I really wasn't pushing, but I knew there at the end I had to do something. So I tried to see how racy that track would get in the heat race, and we got side by side. And I didn't care if I finished second or first in that either. I was out here to have fun. I want to give a big thanks to, Cody, Jonathan, and Terrell for allowing us Cup drivers to come out here and race with these ARCA guys, because it was a blast all night long.
All right. Yeah, it definitely did look fun, buddy. But we're going to let you get on out of here. Anyone you want to shout out before you do?
Yeah, big thanks to you, everything you do. It's a great broadcast. If the viewers aren't coming in, they better be tuning in, because we're putting on a hell of a show week in, week out, and it's showing. But I only got one sponsor on the car this week because I had Painter throw it together in 5 minutes, and that's Tarmac. So big thanks to them in quick time. Sam over there, he had a rough race as well, but can't win them all.
Can't win them all, but hey, third place finish, and no points were on the line tonight, just bragging rights. So you don't get the bragging rights, but no points to lose here. So congratulations on that, buddy.
Thanks.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you. Once again, that was Byron Gay coming home third tonight. And we're going to go ahead and run through our official results. And our official feature results, we have Preston Shepard coming home in first, Cody Sanderson in second, Byron Gay in third. In fourth, we had John Hughes. In fifth was Josh Eller. Thomas Adams comes home sixth. Samuel Reed in seventh. Jacob Hughes in eighth. Jonathan Wiley will finish ninth. Joseph Truskowski comes home in 10th. Bruce Lee Weaver in 11th. Casey Flowers finishes 12th. Scott Tomlinson in 13th. Jonathan Foxworth in 14th. Dave Nail in 15th. Brandon McGraw in 16th. And Ethan Straub comes home 17th tonight. I would just like to thank everyone for tuning in. We are sorry that we did not have racing for you on Sunday night due to the 4th of July holiday, but we are going to be back next week with the National Outlaw Racing Association Cup Series next Sunday night at Bristol for 175 laps. And then right after that, on Monday night, the ARCA Series is headed to Bristol for 200 laps. So some good short track racing coming up. Make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe button, tune in. And like Byron said, if you aren't tuning in, y'all need to start tuning in. Yeah, we've got some great racing lined up. And if you have not already, please head over to Facebook, search the Rebel Racing Network on Facebook, follow us over there. We are closing in on our goal of 100 followers on Facebook. Once we reach 100 followers, we're going to bring these races live to Facebook as well as YouTube. But until next week, everyone have a good night, and we will see you back here on Sunday.